The dance of human attraction is often more about what is left unsaid than what is explicitly spoken. While grand gestures and bold declarations make for great cinema, real-life romance usually simmers in the quiet spaces of everyday interaction. Understanding whether a man is secretly into you requires a shift in perspective, moving away from looking for obvious words and instead focusing on the subtle, involuntary shifts in his body language, psychology, and behavioral patterns. These tiny signs are the results of a brain caught between the biological drive to connect and the social fear of rejection. When a person experiences attraction, their nervous system often betrays their cool exterior, leading to micro-expressions and habits that are nearly impossible to fake consistently. Deciphering these signals is an art rooted in evolutionary biology, from the way his eyes dilate in your presence to the protective way he positions his body during a conversation. These actions are primitive indicators of interest, safety, and desire. Often, he may not even be consciously aware that he is leaving these breadcrumbs of affection. He might think he is being perfectly subtle, yet his subconscious is working overtime to build rapport, establish proximity, and seek your validation. By learning to identify these 15 specific behaviors, ranging from the physical eyebrow flash to the digital footprint of his social media engagement, you gain a clearer window into his true intentions. This guide isn't just about reading minds, it's about recognizing the beautiful, nervous, and often clumsy ways that humans try to signal, "I like you," before they find the courage to say it out loud. Whether it's a lingering glance or a remembered detail, these small cues are the foundation of a potential new chapter. 1. The eyebrow flash. The eyebrow flash is one of the most instantaneous and involuntary physiological responses a person can have when they see someone they genuinely like or find attractive. It is a microscopic gesture where the eyebrows raise and lower in a fraction of a second, usually lasting less than 1/5 of a second. This micro-expression is an ancient biological signal that serves to open the eyes wider, allowing more light in and signaling that the person is friendly and interested in what they are seeing. Because it happens so quickly, most people aren't even aware they are doing it, which makes it an incredibly honest indicator of his true feelings. If you notice his brow jump slightly the moment you walk into a room or start speaking, it is a clear sign that his brain is giving you a subconscious thumbs up. 2. Directional foot alignment. While we often focus on facial expressions, the feet are frequently the most honest part of the human body, because we rarely think to fake their positioning. Directional foot alignment is a powerful nonverbal cue that reveals exactly where a person's attention and desire are truly focused. If a man is secretly into you, his feet will often point directly toward you, even if his torso is turned elsewhere or he is engaged in a group conversation. This leading posture suggests that he is mentally and physically drawn to your space. Conversely, if his feet are pointed toward the exit or away from you, he may be looking for a way out. When his toes consistently find their way back to your direction, it acts as a silent compass, pointing toward his hidden romantic interest and genuine engagement. 3. Subtle mirroring of your actions. Mirroring is a psychological phenomenon that occurs when two people are deeply in sync, or when one person is trying to build a subconscious rapport with another. If he is secretly into you, you might notice him mimicking your body language, such as taking a sip of his drink right after you do, crossing his legs when you cross yours, or leaning back into his chair at the same time. This behavior is driven by mirror neurons in the brain, which fire to create a sense of empathy and shared experience. It is his body's way of saying, "I am like you, and I am connected to you." This mimicry is rarely intentional. Instead, it is a beautiful, biological dance that suggests he is paying extremely close attention to your presence and wants to feel more aligned with your energy. 4. The protective lean. The way a man positions his upper body can speak volumes about his internal feelings. The protective lean occurs when a man consistently tilts his shoulders and chest toward you, effectively creating a private bubble for the two of you. This gesture serves two purposes. It allows him to hear you better and focus on your words, and it also subtly signals to the rest of the room that his primary interest is centered on you. By leaning in, he is decreasing the physical distance and showing that he is comfortable in your intimate space. This posture often involves a slight hunching of the shoulders to appear more focused or enveloping, which is a primal sign of both attraction and a subconscious desire to protect and prioritize your conversation over any other external distractions. 5. increased pupil dilation. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but scientifically, the pupils are the windows to the nervous system. When we look at something we find stimulating, exciting, or attractive, our brains release a surge of dopamine that causes the pupils to dilate or grow larger. If his pupils expand significantly while he is talking to you in a normally lit room, it is a biological reaction he cannot control. This bedroom eyes effect is a direct result of his physiological arousal and intense interest in your presence. It indicates that his brain is fully engaged and that he is experiencing a heightened state of pleasure simply by looking at you. While lighting can affect pupil size, consistent dilation during one-on-one interactions is one of the most reliable and tiny biological tells of secret attraction. 6. Remembering the small stuff. When a man is secretly into you, his brain prioritizes information about you that others might deem insignificant. He doesn't just remember your birthday or your job title. He recalls the name of your childhood pet, how you take your coffee, or a specific story you told months ago about a minor life event. This level of detail is a major indicator of active investment. In a world filled with distractions, the act of storing these small, unimportant facts shows that he is listening with intense focus and genuine care. He is building a mental map of your personality, likes, and dislikes because he truly values your identity. By bringing up these details later, he is subconsciously proving that you have his undivided attention and that even your smallest thoughts hold significant weight in his mind. 7. Finding tiny excuses for physical contact. Physical touch is a primary way humans build intimacy, and if he is interested, he will often initiate accidental or brief contact. This might look like a light brush of the arm while emphasizing a point, a lingering high five, or removing a stray hair from your sweater. These micro-touches are his way of testing the waters, to see how you respond to his physical presence, because he isn't ready to be overt. These gestures are usually safe and subtle enough to be played off as platonic if needed. However, the frequency is the giveaway. If he consistently finds ways to break the touch barrier, he is trying to create a physical bond and increase the oxytocin levels between you, signaling a deep-seated desire to move beyond the boundaries of just being friends. 8. Consistent social media engagement. In the digital age, attention is currency, and how he spends it online can reveal his true feelings. If he is secretly into you, he won't just like your major milestones. He will be one of the first to view your stories, react to your casual posts, or send you memes that align with your specific sense of humor. This consistent engagement serves as a digital ping to stay on your radar without being overly aggressive. He is essentially creating a virtual trail of his interest. By keeping the conversation going through shares or comments, he is attempting to integrate himself into your daily digital life. This behavior shows that he is thinking about you even when you aren't physically together, using the convenience of social media to maintain a steady, subtle connection. 9. The deepening of his vocal tone. Vocal acoustics change significantly based on whom we are speaking to and how we feel about them. Studies suggest that when a man is talking to a woman he finds attractive, his voice often drops to a lower, deeper pitch. This is a subconscious biological drive to appear more masculine and authoritative. Yet the tone often remains soft and warm rather than aggressive. You might notice that his voice sounds different when he is talking to his friends compared to when he is speaking one-on-one with you. This intimate register creates a sense of closeness and exclusivity. By lowering his tone, he is literally changing his vibration to resonate more deeply with you, attempting to establish a calm, soothing, and attractive presence that draws you closer to his personal orbit. 10. Preening and adjusting his appearance. Just as animals display their best traits during courtship, a man will subconsciously preen when he is around someone he likes. This involves tiny, repetitive adjustments to his physical appearance to ensure he looks his best in your eyes. You might see him smoothing down his hair, straightening his shirt, checking his watch, or adjusting his tie the moment you enter his field of vision. These are nervous, self-conscious behaviors, driven by a desire to be perceived as attractive and put together. It is a sign that your opinion of his appearance matters deeply to him, even if he is a naturally confident person. These small grooming habits reveal an underlying vulnerability and a hope that you will notice and be impressed by the version of himself he is presenting to you. 11. Lingering eye contact, then looking away. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of human connection, and his usage of it can be a major tell. If he is secretly into you, you will often catch him looking at you from across the room, but he will quickly dart his eyes away the moment you make eye contact. This look and leak behavior shows that he was admiring you when he thought you weren't watching. Conversely, during a conversation, he might hold eye contact for just a second or two, longer than what is considered socially standard for friends. That extra beat of time creates a spark of tension and intimacy. It suggests that he is trying to read your emotions and establish a deeper bond, but his occasional shyness or quick glances away reveal the nervous excitement he feels in your presence. 12. He removes physical barriers between you. When a person feels a strong attraction, they subconsciously try to remove any objects that act as a wall between themselves and the person they like. If you are sitting at a table together, notice if he moves his water glass, a pile of books, or even his phone to the side so that there is a clear, unobstructed path between the two of you. This behavior is an attempt to create an open and inviting space for communication and connection. By clearing the clutter, he is non-verbally signaling that he wants nothing to stand in the way of your interaction. It is a subtle sign of openness and vulnerability, showing that he is fully available to you in that moment and wants to maximize the feeling of closeness without any physical interference. 13. Active listening and thoughtful follow-ups. While many people listen just to wait for their turn to speak, a man who is into you will practice active listening. This means he is fully immersed in what you are saying, nodding in agreement, and maintaining an open posture. The real proof, however, lies in his thoughtful follow-up questions. If you mention a stressful project at work, he won't just say that sucks. He will ask about the specific details or check in on you a few days later to see how it turned out. This demonstrates that he isn't just hearing your words, he is processing and valuing your experiences. His desire to understand your world and keep the conversation flowing is a sign that he genuinely enjoys your perspective and wants to prolong his time spent engaging with you. 14. Showing vulnerability or hidden quirks. Most men are socialized to keep a guarded exterior, but attraction often acts as a catalyst for opening up. If he starts sharing hidden parts of his personality, such as a dorkier hobby, a childhood fear, or a specific goal he's never told anyone else, he is testing the level of trust and emotional safety in your relationship. By showing you his unfiltered self, he is moving past the superficial stage of friendship. He wants to see if you will accept his quirks and vulnerabilities. This level of transparency is a significant indicator that he sees you as someone special and different from the rest of his social circle. It is his way of inviting you into his inner world, hoping that you will feel comfortable enough to share your own secrets in return. 15. The scan to see your reaction first. One of the most telling signs of secret interest happens in a group setting. When someone tells a joke or something exciting happens, pay attention to where he looks first. If he immediately glances at you to see your reaction before looking at anyone else, it means your opinion is the one he cares about most. He is subconsciously seeking your validation and wants to share that specific moment of laughter or surprise with you. It shows that even in a crowd, you are the center of his social universe. By gauging your response, he is checking to see if you are on the same wavelength as him. This reflexive check-in is a powerful psychological indicator that his primary emotional focus is locked onto you, regardless of who else is in the room.